Welcome back to another episode of Undressed and On Set with your girl, Texas Phoenix. I'm very excited about I'm saying today, but it's nighttime right now when I'm recording. Um, and so I'm really excited about today's episode. This was one of the episodes that really made me want to do the podcast, aside from the initial episode with Sheena. And it is with the comedian Luenell. I freaking love you, Luenell. I've been watching her since she went on tour with Cat Williams. Funny thing is, in the show, I think Paul asks her if she has like beef with Cat, and she's like, "Oh, you got it twisted. I love Cat. That's my baby. I would never have beef with him. You got me confused with somebody else." It was funny because right before she said that, I was like, "Absolutely not. She does not have no beef with Cat. Her and Cat are like BFFs. Are you kidding? They love each other." So I really thought that that was a little funny moment. Then she talked about working with, I didn't know she was a Savage X Fenty ambassador, so I guess she does the same thing like Erica Jane, where she just, I mean, I don't, is she in the show? They're not in the show, right? If you're just an ambassador, you're just posting stuff on Instagram, I imagine, right? I don't really know how that works, doing that stuff. I'm holding my microphone today because, I don't know, it seems like the right thing to do. And plus, I can whisper. My little boy was telling me, my son was telling me that I talk too loud. And I was like, sorry. Your grandpa used to. I say your grandpa, and it's actually my grandpa. It's his great grandpa. But we both call him grandpa. And so I told him, I was like, look, he just used to have CNN, like on full blast. And somebody decided to install surround sound in our living room. And so you literally had to speak at this volume if you wanted to hear the person sitting right next to you on the couch. That's just how life was growing up. So I'm trying to work on it. We're working on lots of things. But yeah, so she's a Savage X Fenty. I'm just not really on social media enough. I'm really terrible at social media, if you can tell from my ability to post these videos and also my Instagram for this channel. It's just all of my social media channels are like, one week I'll be posting all day, every day, and then the next week I'll be ghost for a month. Just trying to work through all of my mental things, you know. Sometimes you're just really going through the gigs and it makes life difficult. Anyways, enough of that. Enough of that drama. So, Savage X Fenty Ambassador. Oh, then she talked about, she was, okay, so before, I guess either before she was a comedian or, I wasn't really sure when this happened. I'm thinking before, or I guess when she was starting to be a comedian. She was working at a bank, I guess like as a bank teller or something like that. And yeah, they left her in the safe and then she stole 50 G's. Amazing. She was just like, I just stuffed it in my bra. I mean, she's got enough space in there. I don't think I could stuff 50 in my situation up here. Like, I don't have enough. You could definitely tell. Maybe when I was breastfeeding, but because back in those days, I was like Pamela Anderson. Because I immediately lost all of the weight and then got back to being skinny. But because they're full of milk, they were like big old Pamela Anderson days. Anyways, enough of that. So apparently she has a Vegas residency also. So I want to go to Vegas just to go see her residency. She says to go. Well, she didn't give a day to go, but she also said that I think Sunday or Monday is when her shows. But she was like, Sunday or Monday, it might as well just be the weekend. And I was like, yeah, because in Vegas, everybody wants. I mean, if you're smart, you travel outside of peak time, so you don't want to go like on a weekend. So that makes sense. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else do I have on my notes? I'm like losing my train of thought. I think I should write like a script for this. That would probably help me a little bit. They talked about a little bit how she became a comedian, starting out in like little dive shows and things like that. And then she was like, I never had a backup plan. This is either going to work or it wasn't. I feel like I'm kind of in the same boat with this situation. I'm like, this has to work for me because if not, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. So putting all of my energy, manifesting this to make me a career to where I can just sit at home on my couch and make videos for you guys because I'm tired of working for lawyers. Yeah, you guys know how I feel about that situation in the Behind the Velvet Rope video. So that's how that is. And then she talks about, So she talked about her take on the Anna Nicole thing, and she said a lot of positive things and things that, I don't know if she knew. I really like how she like fell in love with her, seeing her on like the guest billboard. Didn't she say in Hollywood or something? I don't remember where she said she saw it. In LA, in California. I don't want to say LA. Either in LA or in California, one of the two. I know LA is in California, but if it wasn't in LA, maybe adjacent to LA. So she said, she fell in love with her because she was different. Because when Anna became famous or popular, the way that she looked wasn't like the trending look for models. Like models, I think at that time it was the heroin chic. That's what they call it. So that's what that was. It was, very, very skinny, very reminiscent of what the Kardashians are trying to look like right now. Kendall's a good body shape of how like those girls looked. But very, what do they call it? Waif. Very waif thin. What does that mean? Like you're like a wafer? Like one of those like, what do they call them? The communion crackers? Like you're just like, you turn sideways and we can't see you. I could never imagine being that thin. Like when I lose too much weight, like I feel uncomfortable in my body when I start getting too skinny. That's just me. I don't know. So she said that, I don't know. I'm like sinking into this couch. She said that, I don't know how I feel about this documentary. I mean, I know in my original video, I had I still have all of those strong opinions about it. I just think that there's a lot of things that they missed out, that they didn't like fully report on the whole story, or really even like, I know that they delved deep into it, so I don't want to say that they didn't delve deep, but whatever they left on the cutting room floor, I think is probably pretty important, and they probably should have put into the documentary. Because, I mean, the way they told it is that they made it seem like she met this guy at, what was it? Executive Suites. I don't know when this club was open in Houston. I'm from Houston. I've never heard of this club. If you ask anybody from Houston, we all know that Anna worked at a club she worked at Rick's. Was it Rick's? Rick's or Ritz? No, Ritz. She might have worked at Rick's too. So there's Rick's, there's Ritz, Ritz, and Gigi's. And Gigi's is where she met, God, what was his name? What is his name? Howard Marshall. That's where she met him, in that place. It was a little club. It doesn't exist anymore. It's tore down. I think it's like, what did they build in its place? Oh my God, what is there now? Oh God, I just was in Houston like in September. What is there? Oh my God, I'm gonna have to Google it. I think it's like a Golden Corral. Was the Golden Corral there before? I think it's like a Golden Corral. They tore the whole building down, so it's not like they've, put a Golden Corral inside of a strip club. That'd be pretty weird. So they tore the whole building down. The club doesn't exist anymore. And I don't know if that's maybe why, but I don't think this Executive Suites place exists anymore. If it is, if this place, you know what? I'm going to look it up right now because it's bothering me. Because I asked another friend of mine who was like in that scene and is a little bit older than me. And I was like, have you ever heard of this place when like you were in the game? Because, so this is how it went. And I said this in my other video, but I'll just go ahead and say it here. The way it worked is like Anna was doing like during her like time, and then kind of when she was like transitioning out because she had already met the Howard Marshall guy, then my friend was coming in like during her time, and then my friend was like done with her time because she had met her husband, and then I started my time kind of like when she was ending hers and I was starting mine, and we were kind of running around the same places but never really running around to meet each other, if that makes sense. So like in similar circles but not in similar circles at the same time, or the same circles at the same time. There you go, that's what I'm trying to say. See, this says, oh no, hold on, it's looking at something else. Come on, phone. See, it's pulling up like a hotel. That's why it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Because I do know that there's an Executive Suites hotel in Houston. but not not a club. Like, I don't know. Whatever this place used to be, Google does not know of its existence. So yeah, I don't know. Anybody that I know from those days when I was working in those places, um, nobody ever talked about this other place that they put in this documentary. Okay, I'm talking too much about Anna now, so let me get back to Luenell. I'm like, my brain is like, I'm really trying to figure this out. Like, it's bothering me because when you grow up in Texas, like, you know, Amanda Nicole, you know what I mean? Like, she's a figure here, especially where I'm from, Houston, because that's where she's from. Well, I mean, not essentially. And knowing that, I do have like a very weird, like, 9 degrees of separation type of relationship. I mean, really, it's not even 9, it's like 2. And I'm still traumatized by her mom sending me into Braxton Hicks labor. Her mom sent me into Braxton Hicks labor. You guys have to go watch the Anna Nicole episode that I did, because there's a lot. So yeah, then I'm gonna do the runway rundown and the game at the end. So let's continue on. So Luenell also has an OnlyFans. I am obsessed with her OnlyFans. She's like, I sell my feet pics. I don't care. I I sell my pictures of my vagina for $500. I'm a cheap whore. I love it. She gives no fucks. No fucks at all. None at all. Absolutely love it. And then they talk about Sandoval, and you know, it is what it is. I'm ready for the new season. It looks like it's going to be interesting. That's what if we're going to talk about Sandoval, I'm not really going to talk about Sandoval because I don't think we want to talk about Sandoval anymore. Or Sandoval. Anyways. Yeah, I think we're kind of burnt out with last season. Let's talk about new season. I'm excited for the new season. I think we all saw the trailer. BravoCon just happened, and it looked interesting. I want to know what happened with that dog. So, yeah. Okay. So, that was pretty much it for all of, like, the interview topics. Then they did the runway rundown. I'm just going to sum up the runway rundown very, very simply. Luenell looks great in everything she wears. Like, she really knows how to dress. It's one of my favorite things about her, to be quite honest. She's a person who knows how to dress herself. You know, like, she knows, like, what I mean by that is, like, she knows what looks good on her. She's not going to put herself in, like, I don't know, something that's going to make her look like a busted can of Pillsbury biscuits. She ain't gonna dress like that. She dresses very classy. I love the way she dresses. Love it. I love Luenell. I literally have nothing bad to say about her. I even love her beautiful eyelashes. She looks like she's like she could be like like a cartoon character sometimes, you know what I mean? Like like an adult cartoon. It would be like real easy to like draw her with big old eyelashes. I don't know. I could just never get into that eyelash thing. I think because I can't even put contacts in, you know? I don't possess those talents. So, like, things around my eyes, it just doesn't work. It's part of the reason why I don't wear makeup a lot, because it bothers my eyes. And then I'm lazy, and I'll forget to wash my face at night, and then I sleep with my makeup on. We all know that that's not good. So, yeah, that's that. So then here we go with Haute or Naute and Marry or Narry. I love how Luenell immediately claimed Marry or Narry. She's like, I'm trash. Fantastic. I love it. So, first question was electric car. I don't remember which one it was. The answer, no. I would also say no to an electric car. I don't know. I'm on the fence with electric cars, to be quite honest. I've been in a couple Teslas. I'm actually kind of impressed with Teslas, to be quite honest. I mean, you put it in ludicrous mode, it's like you're in a sports car. So, that's all I have to say about that. So, I don't know about no. But I also do like big SUVs, and that Cybertruck is hideous. Okay, moving on. Sex room, no. I'm also gonna veto that. I've done a lot. I haven't been doing it since the 70s, like Luenell. But I feel like I've checked a lot of. I haven't checked all the boxes. I'm not gonna say that I have. I haven't. But I've checked off quite a few, and the few that I've checked off, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Full disclosure, I don't know, I didn't really decide this. It kind of just happened, but like I haven't had sex in a year, over a year. September something of last year. I don't even know the date. That's the last time we got it in. So I've just decided, I guess I'm celibate now. We're just gonna close down the shop, you know. But yes, also no sex room. And then they ask a question about, if your dude wants you to wear a strap on or peg him, play with his butthole. I don't like that. I don't feel like I trust a man to clean his butthole properly for me to be near that area. I did date a couple guys. I don't attract the best people, but I do attract clean people that I date. So I will say that there has been, was it one or two? It's definitely one for sure. But just like she said, I'm gonna be thinking about shit when I do this to you. Yeah, I was thinking about things, and then you made a noise. Child. I cannot with you, darling. Absolutely. So that's gonna be a no. If you need that, I am not your girl. Thank you, next. He takes a bath. Like I said, I attract clean people. Pretty much all of those guys that I have dated take baths. Not all the time or every day, but they got in a bathtub. Sometimes we took a bath together, Meredith and Seth Brooks style. Is Seth's last name Brooks? I don't know. That's not a question for today. And then what did I write? Because I wrote all the questions down. What did I write here? Oh, makes you pay. I don't like that. First of all, in this world, I know women can make more money than guys. I know that I've been in relationships where I make more money than the person that I'm with. I don't like that either. Because this is why. I feel like men need to be the breadwinner in a relationship. And when they're not, it really messes with their ego. And they don't know how to resolve that within themselves. And so then it just creates issues and volatility in the relationship that's completely unnecessary and unwarranted. So I mean, I remember I went on a date once and dude was like, I forgot my wallet. And I was like, are you fucking serious, bro? And I paid. I did pay. I mean, I was at a restaurant where people knew me, so I couldn't not pay. So I paid. The sad thing was that some of my friends were working there that night, and they were like, what the fuck? Because they know that that's not my style. I wouldn't do that. But I tell you what, the last time that dude ever heard from me. As a matter of fact, that fool tried to call me on Facebook the other day, and I was like, why? Do you think I want to talk to you? Absolutely not. You had no time for me then. I have no time for you now. You ain't got time to pay for my dinner. You have zero time for me. Because, I don't even know what to say about that. That's just, no. Be better men. Y'all are the ones who get paid more money. Women don't make as much money versus on the dollar. For every dollar a man makes, a woman's making 50 cents or less. As a Hispanic woman, I think I'm the lowest one on that chart. Oh, yeah. Okay, I digress. Last two. Silk PJs. I don't know about that. It's because, I'm a hot person. And so, I sweat. And I don't know if, silk, it'll get, wet if I'm sweating at night because it's too hot. I mean, in Texas, it's hot. It's balmy in Texas. It's humid. Silk isn't appropriate for this weather. Maybe if I was, in Alaska, but then, you want something warm and not silk. I like silk, but just not for bed. And the 3-way with the BFF. So, I actually have had a 3-way with my BFF a couple times. And it was funny because she was like, well, what if your friend sucks dick better from you? I'm glad that, when I did that with those people, I don't know, we didn't care. I don't think any one of us cared if the other person sucked dick better, rolled dick better, none of the above. Like we were just having a great time. We were like, yeah, we're gonna do this. Woo! Let's have a great time. Let's get it in. So I just think that that's that. So I don't know. To each their own. If you have that type of relationship with somebody, go for it. If you think it's gonna cause problems because you have insecurities or the other person has insecurities, don't do it. That's the only thing I can recommend. Because if one person has insecurities, you guys won't be friends anymore. I've done it with I've had threesomes with people who were not my BFF, and then there were problems, and it was like, didn't know this was going to end like this. And so it's not fun when that happens, you know. But it is what it is. And then the last thing that I want to say about this episode is that I really, really, really appreciate, love, and adore the friendship. I'm not gonna say relationship. The friendship that Luenell has with Paul and Patrick, because it's hard to find genuine friendships like that in this day and age. So for somebody to go out of their way to send you a video or a message or something like that when you are having a really difficult time, that's really important, you know, because it's hard to do that. You know, I've struggled finding friends that can show up for me the same way that I show up for them, and it's just a difficult thing to do. You know, it's a struggle in this society. It's not the society that, or the economy, or I don't know the appropriate word. You guys know what I mean. It's not the stuff our parents grew up with. Like, I think I told somebody the other day, I make what my dad made when I was, well, when I was born, yes, but then a few years after, I don't know, he's still making the same amount of money, I guess. And he provided for a family of 4. My mom didn't work, so it was like, you know, how do I have half of the amount of people he was supporting? He was supporting 3 people on his income, and himself, so 4 total. It's just me and my kid, and I'm like, how do I get ahead of these bills? How do I get control? So very, very difficult. And I think that's why you need your friends. And it's really sad that in this day and age, with the type of technology that we have, where we can video chat with our friends and things like that, that we just don't have that that type of, we don't make the time for our friends. We don't make the effort, you know, to give them space, to give them grace when they're going through difficult times. You know, when people say dumb things like, "Oh, you're being a victim," or "Oh, I can't drop everything for you," and it's like, I'm not asking you for that, but whatever. Clearly, I'm still going through the gigs, so yeah, we're working through it. We're getting slowly better. Things are leveling out. Oh, I'm gonna have my team, just my child. My team is my child. To put a photo in here. Hopefully, at this, I'm gonna write this down. 23:55. Maybe I can just do like this, and he'll like know when to do it. On the side, put the photo. Hopefully he can put this photo in here of my car. Somebody busted out my windshield Sunday. No, I'm sorry. Last Sunday. Yes, last Sunday on the 19th. They busted out my window. Like literally like a, not even like a rock, like a boulder, like a huge, okay, it wasn't a huge boulder. Okay, maybe it wasn't a boulder, because I feel like a boulder is like the size of a house or something. But it was very, very big, okay? It was large, and it smashed through my glass. You guys will see the picture, because not only did he smash my windshield, then he decided to take the rock out of the windshield and then like put it all over my car, like all over the roof of my car, and there's all these like scratch marks on the roof of my car. So I got the window fixed. It was like $300. When did windshields become so expensive? When the last time I replaced the windshield, it was like $50. Ridiculous. So yeah, I don't even know how to fix the roof of my car. Like, how do you even fix that? Like, it's literally scratched down to the metal, like through the clear coat, through the paint. I see silver. It's not good. I don't even know. It's just gonna stay like that, honestly. I'm probably gonna not spend the money to fix it. In all honesty, like, I'm too poor. So, maybe this career will take off and then I can just buy a whole brand new car. Give that one to my kid. Alright, guys. That's going to be a wrap for this video. I'm going to do better at recording this stuff and getting it out to you guys. It's just been a struggle trying to get ahead of these bills, trying to get ahead of everything, adjusting to the way life is now without having a regular, like, 9 to 5. But I'm really happy without having the 9 to 5. I feel like I'm working way too many hours than I should, but it is what it is. I mean, what can I do? I'm like stuttering because I'm so exhausted all the time. But I'm just day by day, one day at a time, all the good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Check on your strong friends, because we're probably struggling and we need to be checked on. Show up with a blunt, bottle of wine, whatever your situation is, a cup of coffee, all of that good stuff. And just sit down and have a conversation with them. Like, you don't have to solve their problems. Just listen and be a good friend. That's all you have to do. Let them know that you're there for them. That's it. It really doesn't cost you much. A bottle of wine, a blunt, or these things you weren't going to already buy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Just check on your strong friends. Check on your strong friends. Check on your single mom friends or your single parent friends. Check on your friends that are parents. We need to be checking in with the people that we care about. Most of the time, a lot of the time, we aren't doing those checks. I used to have weekly phone calls with my grandparents. It's one of the things that I miss about them not being here anymore. So, yeah, I really miss that. But yeah, you guys have a great week, morning, day, night, afternoon, and check on your friends. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Peace out. From Texas Phoenix, this is Undressed and On Set, the #1 fan podcast for the Undressed podcast with Paul and Patrick and Snow White. I was going to call her Beverly Hills. Little Snow White, Beverly Hills 90210. That's her whole name. There you go. Sorry, the dyslexia was kicking in. Have a great day, great night, great afternoon. See ya. Peace out.